Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. Today with us, we have the President of the Honorable Dr. Sri Hishamuddin Hussien, Acting Minister of Transport, Dr. Azharuddin Abdul Rahman, Director General, Department of Civil Aviation, Ahmad Johari Yahya, Chief Executive Officer, Malaysian Airline System. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, to start off the press conference this evening, I hereby call upon the Honorable Dr. Sri Hishamuddin Hussien, Acting Minister of Transport, to deliver his statement. Honorable Minister, if you please, do me the honor, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Diplomatic, logistical and technical efforts continue in the search for MH370. As we intensify the search and rescue operations, the overall emphasis remains the same, using all available means to narrow the search areas in both corridors. In the northern corridor, in response to diplomatic notes, we can confirm that China, India, Pakistan, Myanmar, Laos, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan have verbally informed the search and rescue operations that based on preliminary analysis, there have been no sightings of the aircraft on their radar. With respect to the southern corridor, today two Chinese Ilyushin IL-76 will arrive in Perth to begin operations. The Shanxi Y-8, which arrived yesterday, will be operating from Subang Air Base in Malaysia. China is also sending an additional 2 ships from the Andaman Sea to join the 5 Chinese ships already in the southern corridor. 2 Indian aircraft, a P-8 Poseidon and a C-130 Hercules, arrived in Malaysia at 1800 last night to assist with the search. HMS Echo is currently in the Persian Gulf and is en route to the southern corridor. The ship is equipped with advanced sensors that allow it to search effectively underwater. 5 aircraft and 2 merchant ships were involved in the search and rescue operations in the vicinity of the objects identified by the Australian authorities, which are approximately 2,500 kilometers southwest of Perth. Despite improved visual search conditions yesterday, there were no sightings of the objects of interest. Operations continue, and today they plan to search an area of approximately 10,500 square nautical miles. The Rescue Coordination Centre Australia anticipates that 6 aircraft, 4 military and 2 civilian, will be visually searching the area. 2 merchant vessels will also be present during the search operations, and HMAS Success was due to reach the search area at 14:30 today. Generally, conditions in the southern corridor are very challenging. The ocean varies between 1,150 meters and 7,000 meters in depth. In the area where the possible objects were identified by the Australian authorities, there are strong currents and also rough seas. A cyclone warning has been declared for Tropical Cyclone Gillian, which is located in the southern corridor. Very strong winds and rough seas are expected there today. The briefing for families in KL yesterday went well. The briefing in Beijing, however, was less productive. Despite the best intentions, I understand there were tense scenes. I have received a report from the Malaysian high-level team, as well as a copy of the declaration from the Chinese families. I've asked the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, together with authorities in China, to investigate what had happened. We will continue to engage with the families. We are working hard with Chinese authorities and the Chinese working group to create a more conducive environment for the briefings. I've instructed my technical team to do a review of both findings so that we can improve them. We appeal to all parties to be understanding during the extraordinary and difficult time. My pledge to all the families, wherever they are, is the same. We will do everything in our power to keep you informed. In respect to the transcript, the original transcript of the conversation between MH370 and the Malaysian Air Traffic Control is with the investigation team where it is being analyzed. As is standard practice in investigations of this sort, the transcript cannot be publicly released at this stage. I can, however, confirm that the transcript does not indicate anything abnormal. On the matter of MH370's cargo, the cargo manifest is with the investigations team and will be released in due course. Preliminary investigations of the cargo manifest has not shown any link to anything that might have contributed to MH370's disappearance. As was stated yesterday, all cargo carried on MH370 was in compliance with International Civil Aviation Organization and International Air Transport Association standards. Over the past 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, the search for MH370 has taken many twists and turns. From satellite images to eyewitness accounts, we have followed every lead and investigated every possibility. Today, we are focused on leads from the satellite images announced by the Australian authorities on Thursday. We continue to be updated by the Australian authorities on an hourly basis. I know the roller coaster has been incredibly hard for everyone, especially for the families. We hope and pray this difficult search will be resolved and bring closure to those whose relatives were on board. I would like to take this opportunity also to thank all 26 countries who are with us in this effort, from ordinary people to highest levels of government. I would also like to pay special tribute to the men and women of all countries who are putting themselves in harm's way in the search for MH370. As we speak, people are sailing through a cyclone to help find the missing plane. We are immensely grateful to all our partners for their efforts. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we open the floor for Q&A. We'll start with the local media. Please.
Hello, hi. Sarah from Malaysia Gazette. This question directed to AJ. AJ, kenapa bateri lithium dibawa sekali bersama kargo penumpang, dan walaupun dia mendapat kelulusan ICAO, tapi FAA dah sahkan sebanyak 141 insiden udara melibatkan bateri ini sejak 91 sampai Februari baru ni. Dan Boeing guna untuk MH370, bateri apa yang digunakan?
Bateri sebagai kargo adalah satu kargo yang is termed to be non-hazardous. That's in spite of whatever the incident yang FAA has reported. So ini adalah sebenarnya, as far as we are concerned, non-hazardous cargo, as long as you handle the cargo in accordance to very specific, very strict, guidelines and compliance by both laid down by both ICAO dengan IATA. This is done by, in fact, every airline. Nombor dua, bateri yang 777 ni bukan lithium ion.
Okay. Next question, please.
Datuk Sri Azma from TV3. First, jika tidak berjaya dalam misi di Perth, ke mana pula hala tuju misi ini seterusnya? Kedua, laporan seorang penumpang yang disiarkan dalam The Star tu, adakah kenapa lambat disiasat?
Soalan kedua tadi apa?
Please.
Laporan polis yang dibuat oleh seorang penumpang di dalam yang dilaporkan dalam The Star semalam, mengapa lambat diambil?
Mana tu?
Seorang penumpang balik daripada Mekah, dia nampak ada ekor pesawat di laut dan dia inform dalam pilot. So dia dah buat laporan polis pada hari yang sama. Jadi kenapa lambat ambil tindakan itu?
Itu saya akan cek dengan pihak polis. Tetapi saya rasa bahawa laporan tadi yang disebut tu disenaraikan sebagai satu lagi lead yang perlu disiasat. Tetapi yang penting yang saya tekankan hari ini ialah lead yang paling kredibel, di mana dalam keadaan yang cukup sukar, beberapa negara dah gembeling tenaga untuk ke kawasan di mana images satelit telah pun dikenal pasti. Itu merupakan tumpuan kita pada hari ini. Soalan pertama tadi apa? Ya. Oh. Sebenarnya tumpuan kita kepada kedua-dua koridor, dan saya rasa tumpuan itu berterusan. Hanya hari ini orang ramai nak tahu sama ada kita mempunyai maklumat yang lebih positif daripada pencarian yang dibuat oleh pihak-pihak berkenaan berhubung kait dengan images daripada satelit daripada Australia. Itu menjadi tumpuan orang ramai hari ini, dan sama-samalah kita doakan kalau sekiranya dengan kapal-kapal yang sedang ke sana hari ini dapat kembali dengan maklumat yang lebih positif.
Please, Pengadil.
Selamat petang Datuk Seri, saya Kadir daripada RTM. Saya ada dua soalan untuk Datuk Seri. Hari ini dah masuk hari ketiga pencarian dilakukan di kawasan yang dipercayai terdapat objek tersebut dan masih belum ada petunjuk positif lagi. Dan semalam Datuk Seri menjelaskan bahawa usaha tersebut dilakukan untuk mengecilkan kawasan pencarian. Dan seperti yang kita difahamkan, kebanyakan pakar oceanologi berkata bahawa pergerakan arus bawah lautan akan mengakibatkan lokasi objek tersebut berubah. Dan adakah situasi ini diambil kira? Dan jika ya, bagaimana pula struktur pencarian yang dilakukan sehingga kini? Dan soalan kedua, The Telegraph UK telah menyiarkan transkrip komunikasi antara juruterbang pesawat MH370 54 minit sebelum pesawat tersebut dilaporkan hilang. Adakah transkrip tersebut sahih? Dan jika ya, bagaimana maklumat tersebut boleh bocor?
Perubahan di dalam lautan dalam memang diambil kira, dan ianya pun diambil kira oleh pihak-pihak yang sekarang ini sedang mencari di kawasan berkenaan. Saya nak tekankan di sini bahawa kawasan-kawasan tertentu, quadrants, telah pun ditentukan untuk pihak-pihak dan negara-negara tertentu mengambil kepimpinan. Dan dalam hal ini kepimpinan di kuadran berkenaan diketuai oleh negara Australia, dan images yang datangnya daripada pihak Australia. Dan apa jua pertimbangan mereka, saya percaya bahawa alat-alat yang paling sophisticated sedang digunakan, termasuklah kepada kawasan lautan dalam. Keduanya, saya sempat berbincang dengan Sekretari Hegel malam semalam berhubung kait dengan apa lagi aset-aset yang boleh membantu kita dalam di kawasan koridor selatan tadi. Itu merupakan usaha kita yang terkini yang kita nak maklumkan kepada pihak media setiap hari sebenarnya. Berhubung kait dengan soalan kedua tadi.
Transkrip yang dilaporkan dalam Daily Telegraph adalah tidak sahih, tidak tepat. And I have to inform that the transcript between the aircraft and the controllers as reported in the Daily Telegraph is not accurate.
Yes.
Okay, Ismail dari Bernama. Ada dua soalan. Yang pertama, untuk misi mencari dan menyelamat di Southern Corridor, apakah time frame yang ditetapkan sehingga manakah untuk mencari dua objek berkenaan? Dan seterusnya, soalan kedua, bolehkah Datuk Seri berkongsi apakah isi mesyuarat bersama dengan Sekretari Hegel pada malam semalam?
Pertamanya, di selatan koridor selatan tadi, dua negara telah pun dikenal pasti untuk memimpin usaha mencari dan menyelamat, iaitu Indonesia dan juga Australia. Dan apa jua aset lain seperti saya umumkan tadi daripada China. Dan juga semalam apabila saya bincangkan bersama dengan Sekretari Hegel, perkara-perkara yang dan aset-aset yang tercanggih, kalau sekiranya ada dan boleh digunakan, saya telah pun dimaklum oleh mereka bahawa mereka tak teragak-agak untuk membantu.
Okay. The lady up there, please. Hold on, we'll send the mic to you, please. Your question, please.
Datuk Sri, there has been
You're from?
Oh, sorry. Ishwari from the Rakyat Post.
Hi.
Hello, Datuk Sri. There has been claims that Malaysia has not been imparting enough information to the Chinese authorities with regards to the search and rescue mission. And they claim that this has been making their mission very impossible, as they have deployed a lot of assets on their part. Could you please comment on this?
That's not true. I think the Chinese task force were here from practically day one. And I would like to know who is making that claim so that I can check with them what is it that they require more information for. And this is something that I need to stress. The cooperation that we have received and the information that we have shared, especially with the major countries and the countries in which the passengers belong to, we have made special emphasis to cooperate, and I need more detail on any allegation to the contrary.
Yes, please. Yang belakang tu. With glasses next to the green t-shirt ni. Ni. Zaki. Depan. Thank you. Your question, sir, and from sir.
I am Juning from Malaysia Kini. I have a question for Ahmad Jahari. There's a report in the Sydney Morning Herald 2 days ago about claims that if MAS had subscribed to an upgrade to its satellite services, I believe it cost $10 a flight, then it would have been able to receive more data that would be useful, even if the ACARS and other systems were turned off. Could you comment on that and perhaps explain what the system is?
I think that system is something to do with increasing the bandwidth for the use of the satellite communication. We believe the current system that we have, we do know that actually fulfill all our operational requirement. Right, so that's just an upgrade. You just need more info, but we don't think it is something that, even if we have the system, will help in our current situation.
Yes, please. Yang depan tu. Zaki, depan. Thank you.
Datuk Sri, saya ada dua soalan. Saiful daripada Utusan Malaysia.
Yes, Saiful.
Okay, yang pertama, saya nak repeat soalan yang daripada bernama tadi. Adakah kita ada satu tempoh masa tumpuan kita di koridor selatan? Itu yang pertama, sebab sekarang ni dah diperluaskan daripada 10,000 km nautika, batu nautika. Dan yang kedua, bagaimana perasaan Datuk Sri sekarang? Dah tempoh 15 hari ini, adakah Datuk Sri merasa give up, frust dan sebagainya?
Tak pernah putus asa dalam hal ini, dan itu merupakan satu tuntutan khususnya daripada keluarga. I have never given up, and the thoughts of the family members have always been closest to me. And this is something that I can give an assurance to all the family members out there. As long as there is hope, we will continue with the search. Those are my immediate impressions, and that is some commitment that I personally, because the question was personal to me, I will give to all the family members out there. Berhubung kait dengan kawasan yang tumpuan tadi, saya tengok ianya banyak bergantung kepada pengembelingan dan penglibatan daripada pihak-pihak ketiga. Seperti kita sedia maklum bahawa sokongan daripada pelbagai pihak merupakan ini satu SAR yang terbesar dalam sejarah, saya percaya. Dan jumlah aset yang ada ini dan sokongan daripada negara-negara yang tampil ke hadapan akan menentukan sejauh mana kita dapat memperluaskan carian kita, dan dengan memperluaskan carian itu kita boleh mengurangkan kawasan tumpuan untuk mencari pesawat berkenaan. Itu penting kerana pihak keluarga mahu melihat kepada satu closure, dan keduanya itu penting untuk kita juga mendapat maklumat yang paling tepat supaya tidak ada spekulasi berhubung kait dengan apa yang kita dengar dan baca di luar sana. Jadi itulah daripada hari pertama menjadi fokus saya dan saya tak berganjak daripada pendirian itu.
Okay, we now move to the foreign media itself. Zaki, sebelah you. No, yes, please.
Rodri from the Sun in England. Hello there. You mentioned the cyclone there. How much is that likely to hamper the search effort? Is it going to be in the area where the two objects were spotted?
The cyclone, as the latest report we received, is Category 1 and has hit Christmas Island, area of Christmas Island.
Is that going to affect the area where the two objects were spotted, or is that quite a long way away?
Not yet, not at this spot yet. It might go.
But as I said earlier, there are vessels that are heading in that direction. So some of them might have to go through the cyclone to get to the area affected.
Okay, please, at the corner, yes.
Are there specific...
You're from?
ITV News, Lucy Watson, ITV News. Are there specific rules and protocol as to how long...
Could you speak a bit louder, please?
Yeah. Are there specific rules, protocol as to how long you will continue searching, or does there come a point when you have to stop searching?
At the moment, we're continuing the search, and I do not want to indicate when and if we are going to stop. I think that's the least we owe the families right now.
How are you
I think there's still hope.
How are you feeling personally? How long this
That's
will
exactly what was asked of me just now. And I gave the answer that I will not give up hope, and I will continue as from day one, and I am given more hope to get closure to this by the support that we are receiving from so many countries. And the more assets that have been deployed, the more countries that come on board, I think that will give us more hope to continue. But personally, I'm not looking back.
Okay, next question, the gentleman sitting in front there. Yes, please.
Hi, Satish Chani from South China Morning. Department of Defense in the US, they are saying that the US $4 million funding for SAR ops will come to an end at the end of April. When the funding ends, will you also stop the SAR operations? And also, how much have you spent so far on the rescue?
That's the best part of this whole operations. Nobody, not the Malaysian government, none of our partners have talked about dollars and cents. It's all about trying to find the aircraft.
Is there a rough estimate?
No, it didn't even cross our mind.
Okay, your question, ma'am.
I'm a Japan business person in Crown Minister, that's three. Malaysian authority has been working with the French authority. In terms of the case of the Air France 447, as you know, they found the first place that the debris in 5 days and afterwards. And then it took 2 years to get back the black box. In fact, the place they found it is totally opposite side from the side that they found it in the first place. If this debris is confirmed for the year MH370, how do you describe the situation at this moment? Is it the breakthrough for the massive search for the 370, or this is just the beginning of the hard part of the story? Is also that I would like to have your opinions and the comment on that also. How does French authority has been analyzing this situation through experience? Because I saw the cult leaders, David Gallo, was mentioning the more that David Gallo is the co-leader for the search for the Air France 447. Through the experience, he said the more information he got, the more complicated, the difficult the situation has become. Thanks very much.
I was with Mr. Jean-Paul Trodec, who was the former Director General of BEA and who headed the investigation team for the Air France 447. And that proves that the possibilities that you indicated just now is already ongoing. But I do not even want to consider that here in this PC in respect of the families. Whenever there is still hope that the passengers are still alive, we must continue to find that aircraft.
Okay. Please, here. Mike, please.
Hello, I'm Shomik from The Week, come from India. Just wanted to ask you, so far the search has been going on and you're the defense minister of Malaysia. So wanted to know if Malaysia has deployed any of its assets and where are they located right now, including the Scorpion submarines?
Sorry, it's just that I got some breaking news. What was the question again?
The question was about Malaysian defense assets that have been deployed for this search, including the Scorpion submarines. And my other question to you is there any lead so far on the police investigations that has been going on?
Our submarines do not have the ability, especially sonar, passive or active. And the ships is something that I discussed with my counterparts. For example, Secretary Hagel on possible deployment, but we in Malaysia do not have it. So the sonar capability and deep sea surveillance, search and rescue is also something that we are asking our friends to assist. And that has been a tremendous boost to us because nobody has actually said no to our requests at any stage, whether it is satellite, whether it's radar, primary, secondary, military, civil, whether it is expertise, as in the French case, and now we're talking about deep sea search and rescue. So those are the sort of things that I have not encountered. But the news that I just received is that the Chinese ambassador received satellite image of floating objects in the southern corridor, and they will be sending ships to verify. The Beijing government will announce this in a couple of hours. This floating object is 22 meters long and 30 meters wide. Sorry? I wouldn't know. This is all I have.
Same area? Same area?
This is all I have. But as stated in this note, the Chinese government will be announcing this in a couple of hours. So I think the media will be fully aware of the actual location and more details regarding it.
Dimension of the object?
22 meters long, 30 meters wide. Sorry?
Hold on, gentlemen, please.
So 13 or 30?
Please. Your question was answered?
22 meters long and 30 meters wide. Sorry? Okay. I'll get him to come to the next one. I'll get him to come to the next one to answer.
Okay, next question, please, from you.
Hi, Sarah Simon from
Hi.
CNN.
Hello.
Can you tell me what is inaccurate about the transcript that was posted by the Telegraph, please?
We cannot tell you that because the transcript, as in the standard practice of investigation of this sort, the transcript cannot be publicly released at this stage. It's for
We'll take one more question because I want to follow this lead.
Okay.
I have a follow-up question just on this
Sure.
matter. Can you just tell us generally, was the prior plan for the Chinese ships to go to that zone?
I wouldn't know. There are so many ships going in that direction. So until I find out more details about this, and I've been accused of not informing the world about the information. This is coming to me as quick as you are seeing it on TV right now.
But apart from that detail, the extra Chinese ships, were they anyway going to that Australian special zone?
If you allow me to follow this lead by concluding this PC early, then I will give you an answer.
Okay, with that, we conclude the session for today. Thank you very much.
Sorry?
Can we speak to the DCA?
Okay, one more.
One question, okay, your
With
question.
regards to the transcript released by Telegraph earlier, you are saying it's not accurate, or are you saying the whole transcript should be totally dismissed?
It's not accurate. It's not what
So translation problem?
as reported in the Delhi Telegraph, it's not accurate.
Okay, with that we conclude the session. Thank you very much.
Come on and tell us about the simulator, Minister.